Welcome to Unhinged Magi! Ah, so fun.
We got a good video for you guys today.
Yes, indeedy do. We're going to be talking about stew.
Yep.
We're going to talk about beef stew.
With potatoes and carrots.
Oh my gosh. It's great on a cold winter's day.
Oh, it is so good.
It's filling. You can get back outside to start chopping wood so you can bring it in and start your fire.
Especially with some homemade bread, heavily buttered, little salt.
Oh, you got to have the heavy butter.
Yeah.
Sticking to those ribs.
Yeah, for sure.
Or we could talk about Magic the Gathering.
We could. In fact,
best cards ever.
We could talk about, like maybe the 10 best cards ever.
Oh, yes, yes. You think they'll agree with our 10 best cards?
Probably not.
No.
This is a very subjective list.
Yes, subjective. Yes, it is. It is. You're not going to probably win too many matches, maybe. No,
not necessarily.
Because it's subjective. It's crazy.
But we still love all 10 of these cards we're going to tell you about, actually.
Yes, exactly.
And we actually each picked 5 cards. From this top 10 list, we're going to tell you about 5 are Dan's and 5 of them are mine.
That's right. That's right. And mine are better.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Do you want to lead off?
Sure. I'm going to lead off with one of my special cards, Control Magic. Yes, I know, it doesn't sound like it's uber powerful. However, it does have a special meaning for me. Mm-hmm. Control Magic actually led me to control decks in general. The first time I used it was in 1993. It was just me and my friends were hanging around. And I just kind of threw it in my deck for no apparent reason. Mm-hmm. It was only one. All right? So my friend, he had a Sheevan Dragon on the board.
That was the first one you got. No wonder you love that card.
Yes.
Yeah.
I stole that card and I hit him in the face the next round because he had no response for that. Because pretty much that was the biggest creature we even had.
You know what's so funny about that card, when you're a new player and you see it like in a deck or something, you don't think much of it. But then when someone plays it, like against you especially, you realize it's like a 2-for-1.
Oh yeah.
Because you not only lose your creature, well, they get it.
That's right.
It's such a big swing for the board state.
It is. And it led me to control. Because once I figured out, hey, if I manipulate their stuff enough, I'm probably going to win. And if I steal, then after I did that with the Sheevan Dragon, I put 4 in my deck. And back in the day, most people were playing with creatures. It was a thing. There was a lot of heavy creature decks.
There was not a lot of creatureless decks at the beginning.
Correct. Yeah. And so 4 Control Magics really changed the board state, and you really got to beat people up with their creatures.
Especially because you got to pick an individual creature.
Exactly.
The gem. I will take that, thank you.
Oh, you have a Royal Assassin that you just cast onto the battlefield? Thank you very much, sir. I will be tapping and destroying your creatures instead.
Okay, so I guess my number 5 pick is also a creature, and it's Soul Warden. And I absolutely love this card based on just, there's 2 reasons I should really call out. One of them is that it has this nice passive ability for gaining life. And I love that because when you play like Commander, EDH, there's something to be said for a card that doesn't irritate your opponents enough to make them want to just kill you. Like if you fireball or kill someone's best creature, they're a little pissed about it and oftentimes they'll come at you. It's kind of like a revenge kind of move. Or if you play a Winter Orb, you just piss off everyone on the table. Oh gosh, now we gotta wait for Orlando to tap. Yeah, nobody likes that. But when you play like a Soul Warden, it just looks like, Edwin's just got a little 1/1. It looks very innocent, but then every time someone's casting something, you're just like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're just gaining life.
Build it up. Build it up.
Which reminds me, actually, when you play your Soul Warden, be sure to very silently keep adding to your life. Do it legally, of course, but don't make a big thing. Oh, I gained 3 life. Because then everyone's going to be like, my gosh, that guy keeps gaining life. We're going to have to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
But if you
wipe that guy.
If you play your Soul Warden, then you just kind of quietly sit back and enjoy your game. Let other people fight it out and stuff. You're just slowly gaining life. And the next thing they look over and they're like, oh my gosh, Edwin's got 70 life. And they just didn't even notice it because they just keep on playing. So I love the kind of the political dynamic that goes on there. It's a great card. It's cheap. makes a big impact, and you could just not threaten people and like silently off to the side and play it.
Yep, I think that's a great card. All right, my next card is Underworld Dreams. Underworld Dreams is fantastic. See, it only affects your opponent, so you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to take the damage when they draw the cards. And you know what people like to do in Magic the Gathering?
Draw cards.
Yeah! And you know why they like to draw cards?
Because it helps you win.
Exactly. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it with their life on every single card. Also, you can brain geyser them to death. And too much of a good thing is fantastic for them.
You know, Rudy actually killed you and I both in a game.
Yes, he did. He did. He cast it like in turn 1, I believe, right?
I'm going to link that video right here. The three of us actually played together.
Yes. That was amazing, right?
Yeah, he Dark Ritualed out an Underworld Dreams on turn 1, and that ended the game. I mean, it was decided at that point, and we both struggled to try to change it around.
I think I used my Mirror Universe or something. Or
yeah, you did. To kill me.
Yeah, to kill you first. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
First objective, kill Edwin.
You know, it's funny sometimes when your opponent plays an Underworld Dreams, and at first you think, like, this is okay, I can deal with that. And then the board state gets a little like rough, and you're like, okay, I need a Time Twister to get my hand fresh. Ooh, I can't do that. Yeah, that's going to be 7 damage I'm going to take, right?
I might have to rethink this plan.
Yeah, I agree with that card.
Yes.
That's a good card.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so my number 4 pick, I'm actually going to go with Brainstorm. I really, really like Brainstorm.
Yeah, that one blue.
Now, of course, like it's so easy to just say Ancestral Recall because, of course, it's better than Brainstorm. But when I say Brainstorm, I specifically am calling it out because I like it when you can play a 4-of with it. And I really enjoyed that card when it was still legal to have 4 of them in Vintage. Which, by the way, I hate the fact that they restricted it. I've always felt like that was a wrong move. But anyways, I like how that card, it gives you not necessarily card advantage, but it gives you hand quality, because oftentimes you could draw those 3 cards, put garbage back on top, and then crack a fetch land and shuffle them all away. And I thought that was just such a stylish move. And I liked being able to kind of like, you know, see what was coming up in the deck and make a decision on it. Do I want to draw it again or do I want to shuffle it away? If I get like a turn 8 card in my hand at the beginning of the game and I need to get rid of it, Brainstorm would enable that. Or like say I have like something really key in my hand and my opponent hits me with Hymn to Turak or Duress or something that's just going to knock it out of my hand. I can Brainstorm in response and then hide that card on the top of the deck to make sure it doesn't get knocked away. It's such a good card. I've had so many good combos with it. I love playing it every single time. And I hate it that they banned or restricted it in Vintage. It really drove me crazy.
They banned it in Vintage?
They restricted it, yeah. It was with the ATOG decks, the Grow-ATOG ones.
Grow-ATOG?
Yeah, because like if you could like discard cards from your hand or discard it from your graveyard, then your ATOG would get bigger.
Gotcha.
So people would like play all these cards, fill up their graveyard, and so they just kind of got rid of a bunch of cards that were too fast and filled up your graveyard quick. So
okay.
I still hate that, but...
All right, the next one I'm going to talk about is Demonic Tutor. Yes.
Oh, such a good card.
It is such a good card. It also helps me with control because I can just go get whatever I need to control you. So it's one of those things where if I need a counterspell, because you might combo out, I can go get it real fast and make sure I have a counterspell in my hand. Or if I just need an Icy Manipulator on the board, or I need anything really on the board, I can just go get it for a black and 1. It's fantastic. I mean, I can go get a Time Twister if I just need a fresh new hand.
Yeah. How many times have you been stuck in a game? You draw that demonic and then you go get an answer.
Yep. Or you go get the end game solution.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like, okay, I'm going to go find a solution right now to win the game or get back board state.
Unbelievably good card.
It's so fantastic.
And especially like the alpha and the beta versions, I've always thought just look amazing.
Well, the artwork is fantastic. And actually, the artwork is up on auction on Heritage Auction House.
Oh, really?
The original.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, right now it's...
Sorry, let me quickly give up a kidney.
Yes, you're going to have to give up both your kidneys. It's already, I think, at $77,000 or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And it's going to go worth it. It's going to go way higher.
I'm sure it's worth it because that's just an amazing... Because that's also historic.
Yeah, there's like 5...
For the artwork that was in the background that they had to airbrush out, too.
Oh, yeah.
That was a whole thing.
Yeah. they have also, I think there's 5 different artworks out there now. Not just Demonic Tutor, I'm just saying that there's 5 artworks of Alpha. So if you want to check out Heritage Auction House, you can. I think the auction ends November something, November 19th or something.
We're not being paid by Heritage Auctions, by the way.
No, it just came to my mind.
We're just fans.
Yes. I wish I could buy it. So sad.
Okay, so my next pick is actually Howling Mine. Now, I love Howling Mine. This is one of those cards that...
And so fun.
Yeah, so fun. I love it that it's a cheap card that just kind of like, in my opinion, it's like putting salt on your food, right? When you have a game state, everyone's getting 1 card a turn. It's just kind of slow. It's kind of boring. Then somebody plays a Howling Mine, and it's like all of a sudden the game's more flavorful. You got more options, and people are doing things quicker. And just, I love everything about it, honestly. And I even love it when my opponents are playing it. And that's this very specific thing. I didn't just want to put cards on this top 10 list for me that I liked playing. I wanted to also put things on this list that I also have an appreciation for other people playing. Even when I'm losing to it, I enjoy seeing it be played.
Exactly. I mean, that was perfect for that pick. Because it works for you, it works for me, it works for him, it works for everybody. Unfortunately, if you put it in your deck, I know it really is going to work for you and not really for me.
Unless you play EDH with me.
Yeah, that's
because if you play EDH, I'm probably playing the Howling Mine just to make everybody like me that much more and not want to kill me. Because if they kill me, the Howling Mine goes away. And we don't want Edwin off the table. He's the guy that played the Howling Mine.
That's true. We got to keep him on the board.
Yeah,
because it makes my deck go a lot faster.
Yep, it's like playing Mana Flare in a group game.
Oh,
Everyone's
man.
like, thank you.
Mana Flare is fantastic.
I almost put that in the list, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I almost
that
did.
should have been in there for the fun part.
Yeah.
We should actually just make a top 10 fun card.
Yeah.
Series.
Like overall?
Yeah, overall. Just fun. Just fun.
Okay.
That one should be another video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Really. All right.
Okay.
So, my next card is, I have a terrible time pronouncing it. It's Juxtapose.
That's it.
This time?
Yep.
Okay, good. So, I've been trying to practice it in my head if you hadn't noticed. Anyways, so, Juxtapose. I have the 10 version for PSA, for Legends. Craziness.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes. It's so nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's fantastic too. It's a lot of control. So you basically, you and the caster, I'm the caster, you're the opponent, we have to exchange, you get to pick your highest casting cost creature out of all the highest casting cost creatures you have, and I get to pick out of all the ones I have. And then we get to repeat it for artifacts as well. So I can exchange you a Mox, and you can give me your Icy Manipulator. It'd be a fantastic trade, right?
Yeah, not a
for
good trade.
me, it's great. And if you want my Ornithopter, that's fine too. And I can
Not a
take
good
your
trade.
Sheevan Dragon. I mean, it works so well. It's a sorcery. That's the bad part about it. It is a sorcery. Blue and 3. It's pretty expensive, but look at the power and the advantage that you get.
And it's also amazing being a sorcery that it's not like control magic, which can be disenchanted and
Correct.
removed.
This is permanent.
Yeah.
This is a permanent exchange. You now have my Ornithopter, and I have your Sheevan Dragon, or your Serendipity Freak, or whatever nonsense you've put on the board that I get to keep.
It's one of those cards where, like, when you first see it, you don't think much about it, but then when someone plays it on you in a game state, you're like, whoa, that changed everything.
The entire board. That's not
Yeah.
good. Yes, it's fantastic.
I fully agree with you. Juxtapose, an amazing card.
Yes, it's cheap too. That's the great part. It's not even that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about the casting cost. I'm talking about physical money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually really not.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one, and this, I guess I'm down to my, like, number 2, is Gifts Ungiven. I absolutely love this card because when a card is played, that adds a whole different level of complexity to the game and spices it up and just opens up the options really wide. I love that because Gifts Ungiven is like one of the biggest skill cards I've ever known in Magic. Because if my opponent is playing it against me, then there's so much opportunity for me to, like, try to really, screw with that pile that I'm going to give him back, to put him in the worst spot possible, and I can really make it bad for myself or not so much, and also I get a lot of insight into where he's going, so it's very interesting on the receiving end. And then on the playing end of it, like especially with like my favorite deck that we talk about in a different like video, the Gifts Ungiven, the piles that you can pull out for Gifts Ungiven can be so deep and rich in the direction it's going to take the game based on that individual board state. And it can happen at the end of someone's turn. So whatever cards you actually did get, you actually are going to be able to play during your next turn. And so it's just, Gifts Ungiven is amazing. It's easily one of the most complicated cards in Magic to play expertly, I would say.
Yeah, I would have to say. I have to agree. After he's explained his deck to me completely, yes, you need a high level of skill to play that card.
Gotta know your deck really well.
Yeah. All right, mine isn't as complicated. My last card. It's just Guardian Beast. Yes, there it is. The 10. But yeah. But it's fantastic, right? Because if he's in play and he's not tapped, your artifacts get to stay out there. They can't be destroyed. They can't be enchanted. They're just perfect. But it's continuous. It doesn't work on artifact creatures.
Mm-hmm.
But if Guardian Beast is destroyed and artifacts are destroyed in the same instance, all your artifacts get to stay. Your Moxes are protected. My Chaos Orbs are protected.
So like you pop a Nevinrall's disc.
Yeah,
Beast goes away, and that's it.
That's it. You're fine. You're good to go. Meanwhile, your opponent's like, God.
Amazingly good.
Yes.
And he's not even bolt proof.
Yeah.
A boltable. Also.
2/4. 2/4 creature, right? That's fantastic. Just don't attack with it. Make sure he is never tapped. Watch out for Ices. They come out of nowhere. And Twiddles. I popped my Nevinrall's disc and the guy tapped mine.
He twiddled your beast.
He twiddled my beast.
Oh, that's such a good play in response.
I was like, huge.
That is such a good play. He also combos really well with Chaos Orb in the old school format.
Oh yeah, because Chaos Orb never goes away.
Yeah, because Chaos Orb kills itself at the end of its ability. But if Guardian Beast is out, well, the Chaos Orb can't kill itself. So it just stays in play and effectively gets tapped, and then you use it again the next turn.
Yep. So fantastic. Guardian Beast.
Okay, so now for my last card, you guys, many of you that follow my channel, you might already know what I'm going to say because I've said this many times. My absolute favorite card in Magic, and that is Time Twister.
Yes.
Absolutely, hands down, it's Time Twister. Because I love everything about Time Twister because there is a power level there, for sure. I mean, 3 mana to draw 7 cards and refresh your whole graveyard into your library and draw it again. Amazing ability. But besides that, I also like Time Twister because, you know, when a game gets kind of stale and you and your opponent are sitting there top decking, and then you draw a Time Twister, it just opens it right back up. And it's like, here we go, guys. Here, adjust your seat. We got a game going.
Going in again.
We just Time Twisted. We're gonna go, right?
And now you have mana on the board. You're ready to fire.
Absolutely, because it doesn't cost too much to actually do it. And I also like it because a lot of cards can be very not fun for your opponents, like in a group game or in a one-on-one. And Time Twister is one of those cards that, now, of course, you're trying to gain more advantage than you give your opponent, of course. But
unless you're Edwin, who has the game locked, and then decides to cast Time Twister anyways. So he does that in the home game.
So yes, Time Twister is awesome also because your opponent gets to have fun too. And I am definitely a person that I like to, I mean, of course, who doesn't like to win? Everyone likes to win. But I really enjoy it when I get to play a game of Magic and my opponent is having fun as well. And Time Twister is a card that achieves that very well.
And he will tap. I'm not kidding. He does cast it even if he has the game locked. In a home game, he's cast it. He goes, Time Twister. I have 0 cards in hand. He cast Time Twister. He already had a full set of hand.
I just love it, though.
That's crazy.
It's worth taking a loss for because I enjoy the card so much.
He didn't lose that game, by the way. However,
but I put a bullet in your gun in my forehead.
And I almost came back.
Yeah. But see, that was fun, though.
That was
right?
fun. It
spiced the whole game up, and that's the point.
It did. It did energize the game. But I also love Time Twister, too. I want to put it out there because that's why I own the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I paid $8 for that when I saw it online. I go, oh, well, I have to have that.
Yep.
And that was a long time ago. So now I have no idea how much it's worth.
And you also killed yourself trying to get back the original Time Twister that you traded away to someone too.
That is correct. That was a nightmare. Because once, okay, so the original, okay, so I actually traded my, okay, so when I opened my first beta starter, my very first one, it had a Time Twister in it. Now this is before anybody called it a Power 9 card or any nonsense. It was just your standard Time Twister. But I carried that for a long time, and I traded it in 94. Yeah, in 94. It was either 94 or a little bit early 95. I can't really quite remember the time frame of that, but I traded it, okay, for a bunch of cards, you know. Unlimited was out, I could get an unlimited. I didn't quite think about it through. Then I started regretting it, and it started eating at me.
We've all been there.
Then I went and tracked this person down. I actually went to every single event trying to find him.
Obi's a stalker. You heard him admit it here.
I did. I stalked him. I went to every single event that he could possibly go to. And eventually I found him. And I said, do you have my card? He goes, do you mean the one that I have now? I traded him more than he traded me just to get back that card. I didn't want any kind of mint condition, Time Twister, didn't freaking matter. I could have gone and gotten another beta Time Twister. I wanted that one because it came out of my very first beta star. I didn't realize how special it was to me. Mm-hmm. I really didn't. I slabbed that sucker. He's a PSA grade 4.
Mm-hmm. The big question is when we actually start playing again.
I'm not cracking it. No.
I guess that was a pretty quick answer, wasn't it?
No, I decided I wouldn't crack that because I don't want to accidentally take it to an event and lose it.
Oh, that'd be bad. Yeah, I can understand that.
I would have to hurt somebody, and you're near me.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep it slack. It's cool.
Yeah.
Just use an unlimited. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's just as good.
So what do you guys think? Do you agree with any of these choices? Can you identify with what we're saying? You know, having those favorite cards that you just love and you want to play?
Oh, one more thing about the Demonic Tutor. My first Demonic Tutor I got was in an anti-game with my friend, and he had an Alpha Demonic Tutor. I got it out of that anti-game, and I still have it to this day. I still, every once in a while, offer to give it back, because I offered to give it back in the day, because that was his only Demonic Tutor too. Because it's a big card. But he didn't take it back because anti is anti, and he still hasn't taken it back.
That's honorable.
It still hasn't, and I told him I would never sell it, never part with it, and I still have it.
That's cool. I like that story. Yeah. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys, for watching the video. I hope you had a good time. Like and subscribe, please. Ring that bell. Yep, and watch more of our videos because we need more watch time. So just put us on an infinite play loop. That sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do that. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Welcome to Unhinged Magi! Here we go again. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Yes, it's going. Should we start that over? Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. I guess we just go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.